No, your screen is not actually frozen. I'm just leaving it blank here for just a moment to let you guys know that this video is full of spoilers because there was certain Blizzconline information that was released much too early. And if you don't want to spoil yourself, please turn away. Take a look at the non-spoiler sort of version of my speculation and questioning of, well, upcoming content and other such things. It's in the link. Go away. Otherwise, hey, it's Soul with another video, and today we are going to go over this early information, this early look at what is going on and what's going to be revealed at Blizzconline tomorrow. Yeah, so cat's out of the bag. It's kind of too late to really put it back in, and for those of us who had read through this stuff already, well, we're going to react together. I'm going to be doing a reading thanks to the good old folks at Wowhead. I'm just going to be going through all this information, parsing through it, and from there we will react, we will ask questions, we will get silly, we will just kind of get into it, and let's just get started. World of Warcraft Shadowlands' first major content patch is called Chains of Domination. The traitorous Sire Denathrius has been defeated, but the power of the Maw still grows. In Chains of Domination, the upcoming first major content update for World of Warcraft Shadowlands, players will delve into new depths of the Jailer's hopeless domain, seeking to understand the true nature of his malignant plans. Backed by the renewed might of the Four Covenants, the champions of the Horde and the Alliance will take the fight for the Shadowlands to the seat of the Jailer's power. But the Banished One has a terrible new champion in his service, a cruel instrument of despair conscripted by Sylvanas Windrunner, capable of instilling dread into the hearts of Azeroth's heroes like no creature of the Shadowlands. We will discover the mysteries of Korthia. The Jailer is searching for the key to fulfill his twisted designs, and he has pulled a fragment of a long-lost domain into the Maw itself to find it. Seek answers in ancient Korthia, the city of secrets, and engage in new quests and outdoor activities. The Covenants strike back. With the strength of the Kyrian, the Night Fae, the Necrolords, and Venthyr restored, embark on a campaign to unite the Four Covenants and together launch an assault against the Jailer in his home territory. Raid the Sanctum of Domination. Brave treacherous, unexplored reaches of Torghast in a new 10-boss raid, the Sanctum of Domination. Encounter the true eye of the Jailer, turn the tide against the Terragru, and come face to face with the Banshee Queen herself in a fateful confrontation. Yes! A new mega dungeon, Tazavesh, the Veiled Market. Gather your party and discover exotic wares and strange creatures in an 8-boss mythic mega dungeon set in a bazaar of the mysterious brokers, and culminating in a high-stakes heist to steal powerful artifacts from Azeroth. You're stealing powerful artifacts from Azeroth. Interesting. And more. Gear up for Shadowlands Raid, Dungeon, and PvP Season 2 with a seasonal Mythic Keystone affix themed around the Jailer's power. Don new Covenant cosmetic armor sets that any class can wear. Expand the powers of your soulbinds and conduits. Add new mounts and pets to your menagerie. Unlock flying in the Covenant's 4 domains, and much more. So there's much more. Hey, there's more to learn, I guess. So here's the logo, which I found to be, I find it kind of funny that Wowhead put a watermark on it, like they own it or something like that. But anyway, Chains of Domination, as said, is going to be the name of the upcoming content patch. One huge bombshell sort of reveal is this shot of Anduin. Can we make this bigger? Let's make this bigger. I can't make it bigger. It won't nope, not doing it. This is as big as I can make it right now. So here we go with this new Anduin. So where we last left our hapless hero, he was taken, he was kidnapped, and then apparently he got turned, thanks to Sylvanas, unwillingly into this Arthas-like character. Now, of course, I can make fun of the parallels, but, you know, Arthas was a blonde-haired dude. This Anduin is also a blonde-haired dude, so there's nothing new that comes out of this. This already kind of tells me, this already lets me kind of speculate that at some point, Arthas is gonna show up and he's gonna be like, "Hey, Anduin, let me tell you what time it is." You know, he's gonna, I don't know, choke, slam him to the ground and be like, "No, wake up!" And then Anduin's gonna be like, "Whoa, Daddy!" Not really, but you know, something like that. I have a feeling that Arthas will probably appear at some point during this particular patch content. Now, I'm gonna be scrolling through more of the pictures in just a bit, but just going back to the raid here. So we're going to fight the True Eye of the Jailer, which is a boss. We're going to fight the Terragru, which is also a boss. It's kind of interesting because Torghast, Terragru, whatever. But we're going to come face to face with the Banshee Queen herself in a fateful confrontation. So this might be it. This might be the patch where she will finally find the end of her story, which may mean death, which may mean whack-ass redemption, but basically, it seems like she's going to be exiting the Warcraft story somehow, some way. Now, given that it's happening in the first content patch, it sounds like it's not going to be a very, I don't know, a very climactic end, although I would hope for it. I mean, based on what we've seen from Castle Nathria as the first raid, it kind of sets a pretty high bar for Blizzard to meet at this point, because it's like, oh wow, this was, you know, in my opinion at least, it was a pretty impressive raid in terms of the production value that was put into it, when you compare it to some of the other raids, which are still, you know, which were still cool. But this seems like a step up, so we might see some grand spectacle in terms of the end of Sylvanas, and she suddenly becomes an elf again, and they live happily ever after with Nathanos, because yay! And no mention of Nathanos. Where's our boy at, man? Where's our boy that we love to hate? I am curious about this mega dungeon though, because it culminates in a high-stakes heist to steal powerful artifacts from Azeroth. Why are we stealing this? Yeah, are we a part of it? Are we disguised as brokers and taking part of this so we can find out what nefarious plans that they are up to? But it definitely seems like the brokers are going to be not exactly a mainstay character, but they're going to be a more critical race to the Shadowlands story, and perhaps even beyond that. These guys are like interstellar dudes, kind of up there with the Ethereals, but more. It makes me miss the Ethereals. I kind of like that race. Now we're going to a place called Korthia. The jailer is searching for a key to fulfill his twisted designs, because apparently there's more in store that he has for us. But he pulled a fragment of a long lost domain into the mod itself. So where did this come from? Was this an abandoned shadow domain in the Shadowlands? Did it like dry up and then he hauled it over to the mod like, hey, come here? That's crazy. He's like, hey, I'm just gonna grab a realm of the Shadowlands and just like, I just took it and like, here it is, it's mine now, and let's go to this spot. So here is just a quick glimpse of Korthia and the big old chain. So apparently the jailer's like, all right, I got this, guys, hold up. Boo! He just lassoed an entire realm or a continent, mini continent of sorts, and just like, all right, guys, heave ho, let's bring this thing over. So this is just a quick glance of what Korthia looks like, which doesn't really tell us much. It just looks like a rock that happens to have little bits of life into it. So I hope to see during BlizzCon, I hope to see like where the city part of this place is, right? It's supposed to be a city of secrets. It sure is a secret if so far it's just like rock stuff. Here's just a quick glance of the Sanctum of Domination, which you can immediately see has that Torghast look and feel. Now, a lot of us were hoping for a straight up raid in Torghast, which, well, this is like the next closest thing, I suppose. That tin can dude looks hilarious. I have a feeling that it like transforms. It transforms, turns into a thing, and like fires chains at us or like something nutty like that. I'm not quite sure if the armor sets here, I don't think these look unique, do they? They don't have a very distinct look that suggests anything, except for perhaps it's these Covenant sets that we're seeing here, which, no, it doesn't seem to be that. Yeah, they don't look the same there. Now, we are getting this Covenant armor, as said, that these pieces are going to be things that we can wear regardless of our class. It's a lot of robes, though, right? I mean, from left to right, we see something that clearly looks like Necrolord stuff, followed by Ardenweald, I'm guessing the middle is Kyrian. The last two both look like they're from Revendreth. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, there's 4 covenants, there's 5 sets. What's going on here? Like, I'm just not quite sure what these last 2 sets mean right over there, because they don't look familiar. They don't look like they have, like, yeah, they don't look like they match, as in, oh, there is a robe set and then there is a tunic set, something like that. We're not quite seeing that here. So I'm a little bit curious what you guys have to say about, oh, you know, it's from this, Soul, it's so obvious, you're an idiot. Now we are going to this new mega dungeon, the Veiled Market. So it's, I guess it's, you know, a city slash town that's full of these dudes that have bottles and they don't have mouths or stomachs or anything like that. So who are they serving? Like, what kind of people are here aside from brokers? If we don't see anyone but brokers, I'll be like, come on, Blizzard. It's so unrealistic. You guys, they don't have mouths. Yeah, what? I'm being nitpicky on here, but I'm looking forward to something like this because it has, it's kind of disconnected from the story in that it feels like it has a bit more maybe not more whimsy to it, but it's very much a side story. It's something that's only like loosely tied to the overall Shadowlands story. It's not freaking, you know, oh no, Anduin, he was found in the Veiled Market. That obviously doesn't make a whole lot of sense here. So there were some people that I noticed in stream and in comments and such that people weren't quite sure if this was going to get kind of the Legion treatment. Like, would 9.1 actually be considered like the first full tier? If you guys kind of remember the way that Legion worked out, we had Uldir and then we had the Nighthold, and then that was considered like the first tier of content. I think at this point Blizzard has been pretty firm, or they've been more consistent on how they define seasons, so that's why we're seeing things as they are. We're obviously getting season 2 with this 9.1 patch. There are, of course, questions to ask, mysteries to be solved, like what is the point of Korthia? How does this really tie into the Jailer's plans, along with Anduin, along with Sylvanas? Why is it that Sylvanas at this point is expendable to the Jailer's plans, assuming, of course, that we're actually going to kill her? Or are we going to like beat her senseless to the point where we, you know, snap her out of her Jailer control, and then we find out that she was always good and she was always trying to fight for justice, but no, the Jailer was... I think I'm trolling you guys at this point, sorry. But there are a lot of things to look forward to that I'm excited to learn more about, such as the Mythic Keystone affix that is themed around the Jailer's power. Chains, right? It's gonna be chains. We're gonna do something with chains. We're gonna yank dudes and maybe stun them. I don't know, that might be kind of cool. We're going to unlock flying, but there's still the question of just how instantaneous is this going to be? Are we going to log in day 1 of this new patch or season and ta-da, we can like fly all of a sudden? Is there going to be a quest that will provide the narrative for it? Is there going to be an additional achievement that's involved? Hopefully not, but you know, we'll see. And expanding the powers of your soul binds and conduits. So I think this is an example of what we're going to see with the expansion of existing systems. Again, we're going to see perhaps more soulbind rows, additional conduits, additional conduit levels. I don't exactly foresee a brand new soulbind or 4 new soulbinds per covenant. That just seems like it would be a little bit heavy. Having too many choices there, I think what we have right now is kind of okay, but I would definitely want to see a little bit more thought put into like conduit energy if we are in fact going to get more soulbind rows that prompt us to have more conduits, and then we might end up doing a lot of switching out, at least at the very beginning. But I think for now, that is all I have to react to with this pretty grand reveal without too many of the details. Shadowlands Chains of Domination is coming to a computer screen near you soon. And that's going to be it for my reactions and other such things. Please share your thoughts and concerns and whatever's in a comment below. Please like the video if you enjoyed yourself, and subscribe for more of this and all things Warcraft. We will see you at Blizzconline. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.